Story: Rapunzel and her magical pink hair. The journey beyond the tower. Once upon a time, in a kingdom that shimmered under the light of endless cherry blossoms, there lived a princess like no other. Her name was Rapunzel, and she was known throughout the land for her breathtaking hair. Not gold, not brown, but the softest, most luminous shade of pink the world had ever seen. From the moment Rapunzel was born, her pink hair was seen as a blessing. It was said that the pink strands held a special kind of magic, the power to bring life, happiness, and growth wherever they touched. Flowers bloomed faster, sick animals healed overnight, and even gloomy days seemed brighter when Rapunzel passed by. But not everyone was happy about Rapunzel's magic. Deep in the dark woods lived a sorceress named Dame Thorna, who had always longed for magic of her own. When she heard of Rapunzel's hair, she hatched a cruel plan. One silent night, under a blanket of stars, she spirited Rapunzel away to a lonely tower hidden by thick thorny vines. The tower had no stairs, no doors, only a tiny arched window high above the ground. Trapped inside, Rapunzel grew up singing to the birds, weaving garlands from the wildflowers that grew near her window, and reading ancient books the sorceress sometimes brought her. Yet, despite her loneliness, her spirit remained bright, and her pink hair grew longer and more radiant each year. One morning, Rapunzel noticed a new sparkle in the distance. It was not the sunlight nor the dew on the grass. It was something or someone moving through the forest. It was Prince Orion. Orion was no ordinary prince. He was an inventor, a dreamer, and a lover of all things magical. While others hunted or feasted, Orion spent his time creating gadgets, studying the stars, and helping those in need. As he wandered through the forest with his sketchbook and compass, he heard the most enchanting singing. Following the sound, he stumbled upon the hidden tower, wrapped in blooming vines and guarded by thorns. "Hello up there," he called. Startled, Rapunzel peeked out of the window, her pink hair glinting like a river of soft light. "You're real," said Orion, amazed. "The girl with the hair of spring. And you must be the traveler of dreams," Rapunzel said, laughing. They spoke for hours that day, and many days after. Orion would return with stories of the world outside, floating ships powered by the wind, vast meadows that stretched beyond sight, and cities built from glass and gold. Rapunzel's longing to see the world grew stronger with every story. One evening, after a brilliant sunset bathed the forest in gold and pink, Orion had an idea. "I will build a balloon," he declared. "A balloon so strong and magical that it can carry you down from the tower, using your own magical hair to tether it." For weeks, Orion worked by moonlight, crafting a magnificent balloon made of starlight silk and enchanted ropes. When it was ready, he tied it carefully to Rapunzel's braided pink hair. Rapunzel's heart raced as the balloon lifted her gently from the tower. The wind sang in her ears, and the ground below grew closer and closer. When her feet touched the earth, the forest erupted in color. Trees blossomed out of season, rivers glittered with golden fish, and even the stars above seemed to shimmer brighter. Dame Thorna, furious at losing her prize, tried to cast a terrible spell to capture them. But Rapunzel, filled with courage and love for her new friend and her freedom, sang a powerful song, a melody so full of hope and magic that Thorna's dark powers melted away. The sorceress fled into the shadows, never to be seen again. Free at last, Rapunzel and Orion journeyed back to the kingdom. The people wept with joy at her return. Her parents, the king and queen, wrapped her in warm embraces and threw a festival that lasted for days. Children braided pink flowers into their hair in her honor. Lanterns floated into the night sky, each one carrying a wish. But Rapunzel was not the same princess who had once been content behind stone walls. She had dreams bigger than the palace. With Orion by her side, Rapunzel traveled across the kingdom. She visited distant villages where she used her magic to heal, to teach, and to bring happiness. They built schools filled with music and magic, planted enchanted gardens that grew food for everyone, and even taught animals to dance and sing. Over time, Rapunzel's pink hair became a symbol of hope and adventure. In a quiet corner of the kingdom, they built a special tower, not one for imprisoning but for exploring. It was an observatory where anyone could climb and gaze at the stars, dream of new worlds, and perhaps one day build balloons of their own. Rapunzel and Orion, after many grand adventures, married in a glade of glowing flowers. Their wedding was a celebration of magic, courage, and the belief that even the wildest dreams could come true. And so, Rapunzel with her magical pink hair, and Orion with his adventurous spirit, ruled a kingdom where dreams blossomed like endless fields of roses. Because when you follow your heart and believe in your magic, even a tower can lead to the stars.